Then I guess they another thing they made a big deal of was that the Baltimore Orioles, their game against the Chicago White Sox, will be postponed due to unrest. Um, just, I mean, they made that a deal. That was a big article on a few Yahoo and CNN or whatever. So let's check out the Baltimore Orioles. Says they were originally the Milwaukee Brewers. Then they moved to St. Louis, and they became the St. Louis Browns. I don't know if that's a play on African Americans, brown. But after 52 often beleaguered years in St. Louis, the franchise purchased in November 1953 by Baltimore business interests. Blah blah blah. Well, so they were there. They were the St. Louis Browns for 52 seasons. Michael Jordan is 52. I'm telling you, there's tons of stuff with 52. There's a ton of 88 stuff I've talked about. Not going to keep going into it. But when they officially moved to Baltimore, it was the 1954 season. And 54 is love. I've talked about that forever. So they didn't get to play their game against the Chicago White Sox. But interestingly, I don't know, I just thought this was kind of interesting. The very first season that they played in Baltimore, they actually played the Chicago White Sox and they beat them 3-1. Just, I mean, it's kind of interesting that, I don't know, that always happens and whatever. And then they were supposed to play the White Sox, and then now they didn't play the White Sox because of this riot. I don't know, just found that kind of interesting. It also says, I don't know, the Baltimore Orioles season this year is their 115th season. Well, that's 11-5, which could be 55. Also, 11-5 is the day that Doc Brown discovered time travel. It says they also won the World Series in 1966. And 1966 was 49 years ago. So the Orioles won the World Series 49 years ago, but they also won the World Series. And let me find it here. In 1970. And 1970 was 45 years ago. I mean, what are the odds of that? So they won it on their, both days I've talked about together with Valentine's and whatnot. Even shows the Orioles record this season was 108-54. 54 is love. 108 is 54 plus 54, which is love, love, love. I don't know, pretty interesting. Yeah, well, honestly, I just stumbled upon this right now, so I'm not going to go that much more in depth with it. I need to go through and read a lot of this, but basically, on all these videos, just wanted to point out that literally the term gray has been all over lately, within the past year, and I don't know like what the point exactly is. It's definitely connected to the Civil War. I mean, come on. They have Grey's Anatomy. The guy dies on Grey's Anatomy. Like, that was planned before it happened. So literally then Freddie Gray dies, all kinds of stuff. I've showed it in this whole little Freddie Gray series, and it's all about Back to the Future. But also you got like a gray wolf, and it's all about like the Valentine's theme is about Lupercalia, and Lupercalia is infatuated with the wolf, and the gray wolf. In the movie The Fantastic Mr. Fox, the George Clooney movie that I did a decode on a while back, it's all about they're foxes, but they make at the very end of the movie, like the whole movie, they keep announcing how they're scared of the gray wolf and whatnot, and at the very end, they actually meet a gray wolf, and they totally give him respect or whatever, and he's the greatest ever, and then they all move on and he goes on his own way like by himself, but they make it a big deal for no reason that the gray wolf is awesome in that movie, and the gray wolf is all about Lupercalia. I mean, this is like the main wolf that they base it on, I think. And I mean, I'm just saying that because of that movie. Like they totally made out that gray wolf to be uh spectacular or whatever. And I don't know. It doesn't say anything in here about a gray wolf, but it just seems like that from that movie at least. Anyway, also could be something to do with the gray aliens. You hear about this a lot. I think anyway. I don't. I mean, doesn't mean maybe they're going to be bringing in this alien deception or whatever that everyone talks about all the time. Um, I don't know, but I mean, the gray is pretty significant in this last 6 months or 4 months or whatever. And I know that I never showed them in the video, but I actually found a whole bunch of 93 stuff that added up to 93. I know I did watch a Zachary K. Hubbard's videos, um, but he talks about 93 a few times at least. I found a bunch more actually, just random stuff. I'm not even going to pull them all up, but 93 actually has to do with Thelema, and this has to deals with Aleister Crowley, and I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying this as I guess from what I've listened to some documentaries or whatever. So this isn't completely researched, but I remember hearing something about Aleister Crowley and going to Roswell, New Mexico, and doing some type of ritual and opening up a portal or something, and the alien that came out, he drew it, and it looked exactly like a gray alien. So I mean, I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I haven't looked it up or researched that much into it, but there's the Lama, with Aleister Crowley and whatnot. Just found that kind of interesting that there was a lot of 93s around it. And here we go. Here's the 93 that shows you. But yeah, just pointing that out, I guess. And then like supposedly he opened up the interdimensional whatever, and the being that came out was the same as a gray alien. So anyway, since this video is gonna be longer than crap anyway, just figured I'd throw in a few extra things here. You got Scottie Pippen, who played with Michael Jordan. He was the second best player, right? Well, his daughter just got arrested in Iowa City because that's where she goes to college. But I guess she went into a hotel. She was drunk and she went into a hotel and like walked up to the front and just peed on the floor and then left, is what I get out of it. But I guess whatever. Moral of the story is, let's check out Scottie Pippen. Of course, Scottie Pippen is 49 years old. I mean, what are the odds of that? And then he was number 33 for the Bulls, I take it. I didn't know this before. I mean, I never paid that much attention. 33 and 8, it says. This picture shows 33. 33 is a huge number. They show it all the time. It's always to do with sports. It's in a ton of stuff. But another thing about his daughter getting arrested was that when she got arrested, she told the cops that they were just being racist or whatever, even though she blew like .17. That's what the article said. I don't really give a crap. It just doesn't matter to me. It's not about black and white. It's all fake. It's just so stupid. But it's just one more article for people to read. That they go, oh, this person was being harassed or whatever, or stereotyped or racist or whatever. So just basically pointing that out, that Scottie Pippen is the magic number I've been talking about for a while now. 49. He's also number 33 for the Bulls. And then his daughter got arrested, and they're just building on making a small story on the whole racism crap that they're trying to make everybody get into, and it's working. It's so sad because I get on Facebook and I look at everybody's stuff, and it just makes me shake my head because they actually have these opinions on it. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's so fake. I just wish they could see it. But anyway, whatever. And I think the last thing I want to talk about with this, or at least for now, is just random stuff in here. Is that this article's from April 28th, so 118th day of the year. But it says Bill Murray does Space Jam jersey giveaway at ball game, and Bill Murray is an owner of a minor league baseball team, and basically they had a Space Jam night, and he gave away his jersey from Space Jam. Now, I mean, that's fine and dandy and all, but like, why all of a sudden now? I mean, I've been talking about the Space Jam, Michael Jordan, Bill Murray thing ever since Valentine's Day, when the Teen Wolf did the dunk, the Space Jam dunk, Zach Levine or whatever, and it just goes on. I mean, my brain is so jumbled because there is so much information. It's so ridiculous. I can't even think of it all at one time because there's so much. But why is Bill Murray giving away this jersey all of a sudden? Why is this an article? Why was this a headline article? I mean, it wasn't a headline article a year ago or 2 years ago or anything. It's only this year. It's because they're doing something with Space Jam. You know what I mean? And that's why Kevin Love got hurt, and I see now that he's out for the rest of the season. He won't play again. That makes things very interesting in basketball because I've been talking about how the Monstars are number 0, and so Kevin Love is out for the rest of the season. But the Monsters are 0, so no team that has a Monstar, a number 0, is going to win the NBA Finals. But I talked about the Cavaliers, and that they have. It's going to be a team with a number 23, and LeBron James is number 23. Interesting that Kevin Love is out, so they don't have a Monstar anymore. And then they also lost J.R. Smith and Perkins for at least a few games, which is kind of interesting. If they lose them guys for more than a few games or whatever, then that makes it really interesting, and I think the Cavs will come back and win, and people will be so surprised because LeBron pulled through just like Jordan did in Space Jam when everybody got hurt. I mean, it's just like they had to bring in the fat guy, Wayne Knight, and then when he got hurt and then the score changed from 67 to 76, then Bill Murray comes in, and then they run a play, and then Michael Jordan does the dunk thing, whatever. I'm rambling, but you know what? It all makes sense. I've been saying it forever, and then they keep showing it. That's the moral of the story. So, like I said, I'm just going to end it right there. I was going to make one real long video. I'm probably just going to post this in like 3 or 4 parts. So, I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, believe what you want, but this stuff is so ridiculous. It's in your face, and I just, whatever, just look it up. That's all I ask. And, whatever. Have a great one. Bye.